Hello. Welcome back to Free Will Tarot. My name is Rick. This is definitely going to be a pre-recorded video for the zodiac sign collectives of Libra and then Scorpio. Do keep in mind, this is a YouTube video, so you can always fast forward down below. I am unable to mirror this video, so in the case of reading the cards, they will be backwards. Do keep that in mind. If y'all are new here, definitely hit that follow button. I can't say that, we're not on TikTok. Do hit the subscribe button. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, let's get right on into it. We need to know, what does the Libra need to know moving forward? What does the Libra need to know moving forward for the next week ahead as I do weekly readings here at Free Will Tarot? All right, deck is wanting to talk. 3 more shuffles. A 1. Jeez. A 2. I guess. A 3. All right, if y'all are new here, you may. Okay, if you're new here and new to how I do things here at Free Will Tarot, I'm doing the bridge shuffle. Go ahead and send me scissors or anything sharp and pointy of the emoji variety so I can cut the deck. Send them through the comments. And then yes, I will definitely cut them, or cut the deck with them. All right, let's go ahead and get into this. Thank you all for all the fun participation. Cutting the deck now. All right, Libra, Sun, Moon, and or Rising, maybe even Venus. Here is your situation. Here is the challenge. Here is your person of interest. Here is, or are, the similarities or common ground between you both, and here is the possible outcome and or advice. Do keep in mind, there's no way possible that a singular person out there is going to resonate 100% with all the metaphors, assemblies, interpretations of the cards within this reading. Do take what resonates, leave out the rest. That being said, 2 of Cups in your situation. I do feel like there is another person you are seeing eye to eye with, you're maybe collaborating with, maybe you are wanting to be team players with, you're at the very least wanting to cooperate. Maybe this is a friend, a family member, a coworker that you're wanting to start a project with, or wanting to be team players in some way, shape, or form. It literally could be that you and another person, or you have the intentions of starting up a relationship romantically with this person. I'm not so sure why we would have the Page of Wands in the challenge. Normally, in any other placement in the spread, I would read this as a positive message being sent to you, or you sending a positive message to someone else. Maybe you find it challenging to send a message to this person. Maybe you find it difficult to feel like this person would accept this message as something good, as something positive. Maybe you're not so optimistic about this person receiving a message from you. We do have the 7 of Pentacles in this person's energy. This is how they're showing up to this reading. I don't know why they would view this message that you want to be together with them romantically as something negative or as something not so positive. But 7 of Pentacles, I think they've been waiting for this. I think they've been waiting for you to reach out to them. Libra Collective. I think they've been waiting for you to say something in the sense of, hey, let's move things forward. I have feelings for you. You have feelings for me. It's obvious. Let's at least have a conversation about, dating. Yeah, they've been waiting. They're reassessing how much money, energy, effort they put into this. And they're wondering how much more time, money, energy, effort, blood, sweat, and tears do I have to put into this before I see the fruits of my labor, the fruits of my investment, return to me. We do have the Moon card. You both are feeling like there is some sort of dark period in this time of both of your lives where you're needing to use your intuition to find clarity, to see yourselves out of the forest. It's like, I really want to connect with this person on a deeper level. I really want to see eye to eye with them, get their opinion, show them my opinion. But there's a lot of illusions. There's a lot of maybe delusions. There's not a whole lot of clarity on how this person feels, what they think, their opinion. And I'm possibly scared to even give a message to them. And this person's like, yeah, I've put in a lot of effort, time, money, energy, investment into this connection, blood, sweat, and tears. And I feel like I don't know how to get out of this forest either. You both are using intuition to get yourselves out of this funk, to find clarity. I have no clue why the Death card would come in through the possible outcome. Maybe you both are wanting to end this for whatever reason. It's like maybe you are already in a relationship and this person's waiting on you to make a decision about them, possibly. Maybe that's why you find it challenging to give this message to them. Maybe you find it difficult to, let this person down gently. Maybe. Well, the Death card does show up as the possible outcome. It could be that you're either about to put an ending to this, or you're about to apply some sort of change to the dynamic you both share, so that there's a rebirth, so that there's some sort of transformation that needs to happen between you both. We're going to pull a card from the Sacred Forest Oracle deck to end out this reading. What we need to know to end out this collective reading for the Libra Collective. 3 more shuffles. A 1, a 2, a 3. Top card is the card we need to see, and that is Chaos. Wow. Yeah, it very well could be that there's a lot of chaos. That maybe this Death card needed to happen because there just needs to be an ending to this situation altogether. I mean, y'all might need to go through this chaos to find yourselves on the other side, a brand new version of yourselves. Nonetheless, we have number 42, Storm Spirit Chaos. This card acknowledges potential chaos or the need for chaos as an activator for healing in your life. Spiritual chaos allows for the dissolution of outmoded beliefs so expansive, energetic life force energy can fill your life. If you are experiencing upheaval right now, know that the underlying energy is restorative. Embrace it rather than deny or suppress it. You are being healed on all levels. Of course, take time to find the calm in the storm, but also understand that the chaos can be beneficial in many ways. It can activate your creative life force. Alternatively, if your life is too calm to the point of being stagnant, this card suggests that it might be time to create some chaos in your life. Try doing things differently. Step out of old routines. If you are always early, be late. Beneath the surface, profound shifts and transformations are occurring. Although many assume that nothing good comes from a massive storm, every part of nature has value. For example, downed trees provide habitats for many kinds of animals, and lightning helps fertilize the soil. There is enough electrical energy in lightning to separate the nitrogen atoms in the air, which fall to the earth with the rain and combine with minerals to form nitrates, a type of fertilizer. Look for the silver lining in the current upheaval. There is going to be a silver lining in this situation, even if you have to put an end to this connection because you have someone else on the side. If you fear giving that message to this person about letting them down gently, just know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Even if you have to create a little bit of chaos just to see that light, this person deserves to know that they're wasting their time, their money, their energy, their effort, their investments, their blood, sweat, and tears. Even if you have to let them down gently or not so gently, this possibly does need to come to an end between you and this person, possibly in the next week. With that being said, I hope this helped. I hope it was at the very least entertaining, at the very most informative. Thank you all for all the love and support. I do apologize for not showing up at the live stream on TikTok, but I'm hoping this will make up for it. I work a pretty physical job. Not physical to where I hate my life, but physical enough to where at the end of the week I feel exhausted, and I needed a nap yesterday before I did the live stream. Woke up at exactly 6:30 to a video call that my buddy was trying to get a hold of me, and I talked to him for the next 10 minutes, and I just seen the sign as oversleeping as a sign that I needed to rest for the night. So here I am trying to make up for it. But no matter the case, what do we need to know for the Scorpio Collective reading? Scorpio Collective. What does the Scorpio Collective need to know moving forward for the next week ahead? What does the Scorpio Collective need to know moving forward for the next week ahead? 3 more shuffles. A 1, a 2, a 3. Alrighty. If y'all are new here, I'm about to do the bridge shuffle. When I do the bridge shuffle, that is the signal to send me scissors or anything sharp and pointy of the emoji variety. Go ahead and send those emojis through the comments so I can cut this deck. There it is, and there it was, the bridge shuffle, TWAS twas. Alrighty, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and cut the deck. Thank you all for participating in such a fun way. Alright. Scorpio Collective, Sun, Moon, and or Rising, maybe even Venus. Here is your situation. Here is your challenge. Here is your person of interest. Here is, or are, the similarities or common ground between you both. And here's the possible outcome and or advice. Okay, Scorpio Collective, do keep in mind, there's no way that a singular person will be able to resonate with all the metaphors or interpretations of these cards within this reading. With that being said, please do take what resonates, leave out the rest. We are starting your reading out with the Knight of Wands. It does feel like you have a lot of determination, a lot of passion, a lot of inspiration to move things forward, possibly with a specific person, or just on your own. Very well could be. With the Knight of Wands, Maybe you're throwing new ideas at this person, see what sticks. You don't like that idea? Okay, I'm full of creativity. Let's come up with more solutions, more answers, more ideas. Very well could be. Why do we have the Magician in the challenge? The Magician in the challenge tells me that either you and or this person aren't aware of the tools at your disposal, aren't aware of how to use these tools, possibly winging it, or maybe even manipulating the situation. I don't know how that's going to resonate for a lot of the Scorpio collective, but once more, do take what resonates, leave out the rest. The Magician card tells every single tarot reader that this person has the pen, that the person they are reading for, Scorpio collective, I'm reading for you, so yes, you hold the pen. You can write your life however you want it to. The story of your life is in your hands. You have control of the pen. You have possibly control over this relationship and how it turns out. But I mean, if this person with the Six of Swords showing up to your reading wants to move on to calmer waters without you, because maybe you're being a little controlling, maybe you're manipulating the situation, playing mind games, not utilizing your full potential, wasting materials, wasting time, utilizing the tools at your disposal in either the wrong way or your intentions in the wrong way, your communication in the wrong way. These are all good examples of how the Magician and the challenge could be, you know, read. We do have the Four of Wands, and the similarities are common ground between you both. I do feel like this is a good match. You and this person, yes, want to celebrate, take the relationship to the next level. And with this person moving on into calmer waters, they too want to celebrate this relationship. I don't know if y'all are forcing this to happen or just in the heat of an argument deciding, okay, well, we both have emotions for each other. Let's just move in. We'll make stuff happen. We'll make something happen. Like I said, I don't know how the Magician card is, why it's in the challenge, why maybe y'all are manipulating the situation, trying to control the situation, trying to utilize tools, communication, intentions in the wrong way. I don't know. I don't know why the Magician is in the challenge, but these are all good interpretations of the Magician and the challenge. So, I mean, take what resonates, leave out the rest. Maybe at the very least, you and this person aren't aware of the tools at your disposal. But, I mean, if it's without this person that you're wanting to move swiftly in this Knight of Wands energy, with dedication, inspiration, creative ideas, I don't think you're worried about any obstacles. Let's just move in. What fear is going to get in our way? Let's not fear anything. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself, the Roosevelt president said. And I mean, it's true. Fear is all in our head. Fear is how we know we are human. Fear is the emotion that tells us it's time to act, not it's time to stay stagnant and wait for the fear to dissipate. Because, I mean, if we wait, we're going to fail by default. If we don't try, we're going to fail by default. Feel the fear, then be brave and act. That's the only time we can be brave, is when we act while we feel that fear. So maybe y'all don't feel the fear. With the Chariot, I don't feel like y'all are too worried about any obstacles. With the Chariot, you could be very excited, very motivated. I mean, you start the reading off with the Knight of Wands, motivated, dedicated, inspiring, creative, passionate about life. I do feel like you have the reins to this situation. You have control, complete control of the situation. How are you going to, how are you going to steer the steering wheel? How are you going to take control of the steering wheel of this relationship of your life? If this person is moving on without you, then you have complete control over your life and how things go. Scorpio, we're going to get one card. Yeah, if this is the advice with the Chariot, I'd say take control, have no fear, be excited about the next chapter of your life. But yes, we do need one card. We do need one card for the Scorpio Collective, so we can close out this reading. Or from the Sacred Forest Oracle deck, we need to pull one card. All right, so what do we need to know from the Sacred Forest Oracle deck? What do we need to know moving forward? 3 more shuffles. A 1, a 2, a 3. Top card is the one we need to see to end out this reading, and that is Willow Spirit, Flexibility, number 48. Flexibility. Try to remain flexible in this situation. Maybe you feel like this person is the one for you, but if either you or them are trying to force this relationship and they're like, whatever, I'm just moving on, and you're like, okay, here I go without you. I'm excited. I'm in control. I don't have to be manipulated to make a choice. Maybe stay flexible in the sense that this person doesn't have to be your 100% person that you're meant to be. Or if this person is wanting to move into calmer waters and help you find solutions to move forward, then I mean, 4 of Wands, y'all want to move this forward. Y'all want to celebrate this relationship and create something happy and stable, right? As long as we're not forcing it, as long as we're utilizing our tools, our time, our space, our, resources correctly, then I don't see why this couldn't be a successful relationship. Let's read from the guidebook to see how Willow Spirit Flexibility relates to this reading. Number 48. Number 48. This card encourages you to be flexible in your life. Be willing to bend and even to yield. There is power in doing this as a choice, rather than as a forfeit of your will. Even though there are times to stand strong, sometimes the greater valor is to go around the situation rather than face it head on. By being adaptable, you can succeed, whereas someone who is more rigid may not. And rough winds, a strong oak tree may break, while the willow can bend without snapping. Adjust to life rather than fight it. Surrender to the process. As the willow can weather storms, so you too can weather life challenges. That was rough. There are many legends regarding the willow tree. It often has associations with gods and goddesses such as Hecate, Artemis, and Mercury. In ancient Athens, it was a practice of the priests of Asclepius to place willow branches in their temples in the belief that it would draw mystical healing. The willow was also sacred to poets, for the sound of the wind through the willow was thought to influence poetic expression. In Celtic traditions, the willow has always been known as a tree of dreaming, inspiration, and enchantment. Yeah, there can be success in this relationship if you are dedicated to take control of the reins of the steering wheel and mow through any obstacles. Do not fear the obstacles. Be flexible to those obstacles. Be flexible to the resources you need to use, how to use them, where they come from. Be flexible as to your communication with this person. And be flexible knowing that this person doesn't even have to be your 100% person, your soulmate that you're meant to be with, especially if they're like trying to manipulate, trying to play games, trying to force this relationship, trying to control you. Be flexible knowing that this person doesn't have to be the one you're meant to be with. That being said, I hope this helped. I hope it was at the very least entertaining, at the very most informative. Thank you all for all the love and support. I hope to see y'all this Sunday for a personal paid reading, where I will also be collaborating with another tarot reader. Maybe I'll see y'all in the next Scorpio collective reading next Friday, or no, next Thursday. Yes, next Thursday, or anytime between now and then. With that being said, I hope y'all have a good night. Take care and enjoy the rest of your weekend.